We're talking about your time as a Blackwater private military contractor. You talked about the death of Blackwater, but what are private military contractors doing today? Where could we find them today and what are they doing?
Yeah, just look under any rock. I thought private military contractors were going to dry up after Iraq and Afghanistan. The opposite has happened. They've gone corporate. So Constellus owns not only Triple Canopy, but intelligence apparatus. It's got a ton of stuff. Where you can find them is anywhere you want to look. Anywhere where the US has a presence, there is a private military contractor, which goes back to the whole point that they've chosen to use PMCs instead of training their own people to do these protective details. So look, we're trainers in the Ukraine. Everybody saw 13 hours. So Libya,
Yeah.
anywhere where there's an intelligence apparatus, you're looking at Syria, the US Mexico border. This is the one that kind of got me is private military contractors making literally billions of dollars moving migrant families and migrant children from the US Mexico border into the United States and then handing them off to HHS under the Office of Refugee Resettlement. So they're essentially a taxi service to help traffic minors. It's insane. I wouldn't do that one. I wouldn't do the Gaza one either, which is a heck of a segue.
Yeah.
Um,
What are those guys doing in Gaza?
they're praying that they don't get blown up. I was talking to my buddy, and he's like, dude, I wouldn't even take that. So there's no status of forces agreement, which means
Right.
there's no law, there's no regulation over these people. If something happens, they could be prosecuted by the Palestinians, they could be prosecuted by the Israelis, they could be prosecuted by anybody. They don't have any QRF except for internal. The Israelis will not come to support them because what they're doing is they're checking vehicles that are going through a checkpoint to get into Gaza. I should have led with that. So if something bad happens, the IDF is not going to come rescue them because that would break the ceasefire that they're staying out of Gaza. So these guys are making $1,100 a day searching vehicles. And on its face, it just doesn't seem that crazy. But if you think about it, have we ever had a private military go into another country with a disputed border and be able to tell people, yes, you can or you can't come in here? It's a huge step for private military contractors and what they're able to do. And the other thing I can't find is who's paying for it.